Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I got some lovely happy mail from Linda. Thank you, Linda. Oh my gosh, I am just so excited about this because she's used my stencils to make some bags to put things in and some cards and things, and they are fabulous. Oh, I love stuff like this because it's so fun to see what other people do with you know, like some of the items that I sell. I really like that. And so that's a little picture that I'll show you last of all the ones that she's created. But she made me this lovely, lovely card. She said that was the first time she's done a wax seal, and awesome, because I think the first time I did it, it was like half of it. I didn't put enough wax down. So yes, it's lovely. And she didn't write in the card. She wrote a little note to me on just some cardstock, and so I can use that lovely card. So thank you. That is so kind of you, and your words were so kind. It was just lovely. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I can't even tell you how much. So this is one of the bags. Is that not just fabulous? So this is my 1960s decade lady, and she's added all these great like dimensional butterflies and a little dragonfly here. It's just fabulous. And then, sorry, I do have my window open because it's a little bit cooler this morning, so I wanted to get a little cool air in here. And then she made a lovely card, and she's selling these in a little boutique where she lives, and I just think this is so fun. So in the little bag she has a card that the person can use with the beautiful bag. And in this bag, she sent a pair of earrings that are denim belt loop. The belt loops, aren't those so cute? They're just so cute. And she does the little earrings and stuff too, and they're on a card. That's a great idea too, on a playing card. So super fun. And then she did a Christmas one. Isn't that just lovely? Just a beautiful job. And then a nice card to go with the little gift you put in the bag. And then she's made a little journal. So, oh my goodness, just so fabulous. And this journal is so cute. And it's got some lace down the spine there. And then a lovely doily and coffee dyed paper that's been stamped. I mean, it's just fabulous, Linda. Oh my gosh, it was just so great to receive this, and I just love seeing your guys' work. You guys are amazing. I love that. It's like is that those little things you put like in a plant, you know, to say what kind of plant it is? But yeah, just fabulous. I love it, I love it, I love it. So great. So thank you so much, Linda. I mean, it just made my day. And we were all, my aunt and my daughter and I were all fighting over the tissue paper. We're all like, ooh, that would be fun. So yes, it was very much admired as well. And my daughter loves those earrings. So very kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So fun. Oh, I want to show you all the ones she's done. All the bags with all different designs on their heads and things. There's like yo-yos and you know, flowers made out of fabric and paper. Oh, just so fun, and feathers, and yeah, so fun. So I hope you guys can see that okay. So thank you, loved it, fabulous. All right, I just want to show you guys we have a new color book cradle in the Etsy shop. So if you're looking for one and you like that color, that's like probably my absolute all-time favorite color of purple. I love that color of purple. So today we're gonna do something a little different than we've been doing. So we're kind of off the rails, so to say. And I just have been wanting to play some more with those paper doll, crazy kooky paper doll looking things. So that's what I'm doing. I was watching another artist who tore corrugated cardboard into like squares, and then she painted faces on them, and that was super fun. But then it was like made me want to make paper dolls using corrugated cardboard. So I have some corrugated cardboard that I've torn and just, you know, I tore off like a flap of a cardboard box, peeled off the top, and I did get it a little bit wet first before I peeled it, and that made it a lot easier. I don't know if that's, you know, like with every kind of box, but it made it a lot easier for most of the top to come off. And I like a little bit on there, but yeah, I definitely wanted to see the corrugation. So this is just scrap paper that I have had for ages and ages. And I think I just kind of want to build the doll on paper because some of my pieces I had printed on just copy paper and they're not very thick. So, instead of trying to back each individual piece and all that and then glue them together, I'm going to glue them onto this piece of paper, and then I will cut around the whole thing once it's all glued together. That just seemed like maybe an easier way to go about it. I don't know why I tore both sides because I'm probably going to cut around anyway. So anyways, yeah, so I just took that flap, and then I have one of my silly little heads that I draw with the Abstract Face Stencil that I have in my Etsy shop. And I have shown how I do those in other videos, and I'll try to remember to link one of the videos where I do that so that you can see. I'm not even sure where my stencil is right this second, so I apologize for that. Should have grabbed it, but I didn't, so. And then I have these fun little legs, and these are from, I think it's Linda Carroll Art. I think that's what it is. It's Gather of Great Things Collage Dolls by Linda Carroll Art, yeah. And her Etsy shop is Gather of Great Things. I don't know Linda, but I just saw she had these and thought they were super fun. So anyways, I have those legs. And then I was going to put these arms. These are from my mermaids that that I showed you guys the other day when I showed my new Down by the Sea digi. I had printed the mermaids on some brick wall, and so that's where the blue arms come from. I have a butterfly for wings, and then I thought it might be fun to put one of my little cabanas on her dress. I thought it would even be fun to punch a hole in it to make it look kind of like a birdhouse. So I might do that. Where's my hole punch? Just another use. And they're all different sizes in that kit. These little cabana houses, I didn't shrink these or anything. This is the size that they are in the kit. I mean, you can play with the size and all that, but for this particular one, I didn't. I just cut it out. So yeah, I put a little hole in it, and then it looks kind of like a birdhouse when it's on her little dress. And then we have, I thought it'd be fun to put a little birdie in her hair. So we'll start with that. I have another one I can build, so we'll start with this one. I thought it'd be fun to get some paint on the dress for some interest. And then I'll have to go dry that because, you know, otherwise it'll be all wet. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a good one so far. It's early here. Just trying to get some stuff done because I need to go get my hair cut and all that jazz. I've had lots of running around and crazy things going on like usual. Seems to be the case. Some lovely person has been throwing nails in our driveway, nails and screws. And I know that it's being done on purpose because there's been lots of them. It hasn't just been like, you know, one that might have got kicked up by the road or something. Sorry, I'm just reaching for a card here. So yeah, very interesting. I don't often understand the things that go on, but so anyway, been kind of trying to figure that out for a few days because I, you know, want the kids to check before they drive anywhere so that we don't have flat tires. Yeah, I'm not really sure why that's a thing that would be entertaining for somebody, but you know, you just don't know. So these are the Arteza acrylic colors. They're the iridescent ones, and I've like demoed those or shown them before, so they aren't new. But I just thought it would be fun to add them because they're a little bit transparent, and you know, then they're shiny too, so that's fun. Just thought it needs a little color on her dress there. It's literally laying on my feet practically. I'm standing, I always stand when I craft, and he's right behind my feet, just leaning up against my heels. He's such a nut brain. What are you doing there, mister? Mister. He's so cute. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing good, because we are doing good. And then, oh, I want to do her face too, a little bit with some paint. I'm gonna actually bring this over here. I could have just used that plastic, but that's okay. Now I dipped in the, I just thought because it's a little bit see-through, kind of like I did here, if I just do that sort of thing, that it would work, and I think it will. So yay. Now I might pick one more color to do. Yeah, I'm struggling here with my brain malfunctions. Oh my goodness, what a mess. How did I get that big of a glob on there and not realize it? A little pink will be fun. And I'm okay that there's, you know, that little bit of black and white. I think that's fine. I don't really want necessarily that huge of a line on her face. That yellow's already dry, basically. That was fast. Okay, so let me get rid of this page because it's a mess. Oh, I should put a little bit of pink on my, I actually should save that because that could look really cool. It's like, you could, you know, make a tag or do something fun. All right, so that one's good. Let's put a little pink on the dress too. Just so little continuity, even though these are zany, crazy. All right, I'm gonna go get this dry and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I got them dry. I added a little bit of gesso, which isn't totally dry, but we'll just try to work with it here. Okay, and we need to do some inking. On our wings and our head. And I grabbed a little bit of fabric scraps, like I said. I don't really need the bodies, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut those off. They're not a necessary part of this. That's kind of a good way, if you haven't seen that before, to cut the butterflies in half. That way you can get them to fit behind the back in the way that you want them and be able to see more of them than if they're attached to each other. So yeah, just a good way to do it. I don't need to do the top. You're only really going to see mostly the shoe. Shoes crack me up with the like daisies or sunflowers or whatever they are on them. Super cute. Get her head just a little bit here around the edge. And you know, if you don't want to ink, don't ink. You don't have to do that. I'm just giving you ideas. And I want to reiterate that I am not a professional artist. Like, I just love creating and I like sharing it with my friends. You guys, all you guys out there. So I may not do things the way maybe seem proper or the way other people do them or whatever, but I just kind of have my own style, and I just, you know, we all have our own style, and I just like to create and share it with you guys. So I'm not professing to know how to do it all or any of that, and I just hope that maybe you can gain a little something from each video, or, you know, just enjoy it for what it is. You may already know most of it, but that's my hope. Okay, so we've got our little dress. We're going to glue this on. Oh, I forgot to do my bird. Oh, I'll do it in a minute. I'm going to actually use tacky glue to get it onto the paper there, because, you know, cardboard's pretty thick. Okay. Yeah, it's nice this morning. It's just a tiny bit cooler and it feels really good. I'll just kind of put it right there. I know we'll have a little room. I'm not going to push it down a whole lot because I do want to do one arm kind of behind and one in front. My aunt and I were looking at this art book, and it was kind of cool because the people did these art dolls with one hand behind the item and one hand on front, and it just gives it that sort of little bit turn. Oh, I need to glue the wings on too, duh. Doing good so far. Let's get my glue stick here. Luckily I didn't push that down. Wouldn't have any wings on there. But yeah, they looked really cool like that. Like they were just turned a little bit. It just gives a little more dynamic look to the piece. And you can put them on like with brads and things, so then they move. Kind of like we did the mermaids when we did those. Trying to figure out how I want to place those. Okay, and we'll do her arm. Plus, it would give them more dimension. It's just these are kind of flimsy paper, so I'm not going to do that today with these particular ones, but you definitely could do that. What I might do is have it kind of come onto her body a little bit there. And this one will go on top. I'm going to use this thicker glue so that it sticks good to that cardboard. You know, it's going to stick pretty good to the paper, but the cardboard, I just want it to stick well there. And I may end up putting like a dimensional dot right there because it isn't attached. Okay, and her head. These art dolls are just super fun. I've always loved making art dolls, and for a while a lot of people didn't like them. They thought they were weird looking, which they are weird looking. But yeah, now everybody's kind of having fun with them, so I'm glad because they are super fun. Okay, now I can push this down a little bit more. Look at him. He is like right behind my feet.
Yeah, he likes you. Not me though.
Oh, I put this down too and forgot legs. Geez, I really started with the worst piece first, didn't I? Oh my goodness, he's hissing at you.
Yeah, he is.
Pasha, don't hiss at Theron.
He does it all the time. He's mean. Hi, Jules. He likes me.
Jules loves you to pieces.
Yeah.
Pasha, that's not nice to hiss.
No, it's really not.
The other night he was sitting, because we put Jules in our laundry room at night, and then he goes in our bathroom just because they get into mischief at night. And so I hadn't put him in the bathroom yet, and he's laying there in front of the door torturing Jules, essentially. He likes to stick his paws under the laundry room door while she's in there to say, I'm out here and you're not. But anyway, I picked him up to put him in our bathroom, and he hissed at me. I was like, you little turkey. He didn't want to go to bed yet. He's a toddler. We always joke that he's like a toddler, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
He's always into some kind of mischief. That's why he gets locked up at night. And Jules just wants to mug everybody half to death, so that's why she gets locked up at night.
Like sleep on their face.
Yeah, like sleep on your face. It's like, no, that's not comfortable. Thank you very much. So, yeah. These would, I don't know what I'm going to do with these because they're probably going to be too tall for any kind of book, but make yours shorter if you want it in your journal. I'm just having fun playing. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut that out. We're going to add some more things. I like the look on her face, like she's surprised that the bird's up there on her head. Before I add this little house and stuff, I'm going to cut it out because I'm going to add some other things to the dress. So I'm going to have to work on her arm, how I want that, so that it's not just like a flapping thing there. And I'm just going to do the kind of quick cut around deal. I just wanted to stabilize her is the only reason I put it on this. Otherwise, I probably would have just built her, you know, on her own. But if you use a thicker paper for all the pieces, then you don't have to worry about that. I mean, she would be a super fun tag. Or I was thinking, wouldn't they be fun on, like, the front of a journal, too? She's probably even too tall for that, but... I even made that dress a tiny bit shorter this morning, but with their giant heads, that's kind of... They'd be fun to do in a large art journal, though. I would definitely use thicker paper for the arms so that they kind of stand on their own, sort of thing. But we'll try to fix these ones up a little. And we'll ink around this. Oh my goodness, why am I struggling so much with this today? This paper is really thick is the problem. That's, gosh, I can't remember what that paper was called. In My Mind's Eye or something like that. From Scrapbooking Days. Or maybe it was just My Mind's Eye. Okay. We will go ahead and ink around this. Didn't do a very good job on that. Got all kinds of pointy spots. Okay, and then on the dress, we're gonna put some more things. Bless you. That'll be fun to have a trim on here. Probably would have been good to put behind, but we're putting it on front. It's called not thinking it through before you just jump into it. They're just fun. They're fun silliness to make. We all need a little fun and silliness, don't we? It reminds me of being a child anyway. I loved paper dolls, which I've said that before, but they're just one of my faves. put the little house on here. Trying to think, do I want to put a little fabric under it, or let's see what we got here. And you could stitch on these. I think I might staple the fabric on. I have like the edge of the fabric, salvage edge. I always forget what it's called. Could put a little lace up at the top too. That would look cute. Go ahead and put that piece there. Maybe a few of these. These are just fun because they've got the darker color on them with the black, you know. It just looks kind of cool when you put it with other pieces of fabric. Maybe just a little pink something. Could put that kind of like that. Okay, let me get my tiny attacher. I think we're just gonna go ahead and staple them on. But you can attach them however you like. Oh no, is my tiny attacher out of staples? Well, that's gonna be a process for another time, so I'll just use my regular stapler. Hopefully it's not out of staples too. It probably is. Nope. Take it up a little bit more. Okay, there's that. And I thought a little maybe of this at the neck, maybe just a little piece might be fun. Yeah, that would work. I'm gonna use glue for that. She's starting to look pretty fabulous, I have to say, in her own crazy way. Okay, our little birdhouse. I was also thinking a number might be fun. These are my numbers that are in my Etsy if you want some numbers. 8. Yeah, I like the 8. The 8 works. Oh, I wish I had some keys cut out. A key would be cool, but I think that'll work. That's the problem. I'm always cutting them for the shop and I don't have any to play with. I just need to cut myself some. I just forget and bag them up. Okay. That's cute. I'm trying to decide if I want this kind of tucked down a little bit. I definitely want it on the dress, so. Okay, we'll use glue. The one good part about backing them like I did is you could definitely write on the back of that. Like if you stuck it in a pocket or wherever and then wanted to write on it, you definitely could do that. Take up this just a tiny bit here. It wasn't dry all the way, yay. Okay, got a little paint there, but that's okay. Yeah, those make cute little bird houses. Okay, there's one. So we have time to do another one. I think I'm going to do this next one on this music scrap that I have. But again, like I said, definitely you can do them freeform by themselves if you want to do that. I don't know what wings I want on that one yet. Actually, those might be the only wings I have. Oh no, I have these ones too. She has a blue hat. I don't know. Maybe the blue, because that'll go a lot better. We'll do the blue. Okay, I'm gonna put a little paint on her too. Yeah, I think it just needs something. Got glue right there. Don't want to get the glue. I think it's actually fine. I'll put it on here. Blue doesn't come out great, is the only thing once it dries on the cardboard. It does look more purple. I probably should have done them both at the same time, but I just wasn't sure that I was going to get to both of them. But it went faster than I thought. Yeah, the other one's royal purple, so it's definitely not the right color. I think I need more pink with this one. All trial, right? Oh, her face. I need that for her face. What am I doing? I got purple on her face already. Oh, come on. Let's get it everywhere but on her face. Okay. Need a little more pink. Yeah, these iridescent paints are just super fun because they are just enough translucent that they show up. You can see through them, you know, obviously, duh. But they just look really good on things like that. Where you want to see the background. Okay. Do I want to add any white? Maybe just a little bit. Let's get this one off of here and let it dry. That'll be good. Just want a little bit. Okay, we'll get everything inked. Probably just sort of do it the same way we did the other one. It'll dry eventually. So I don't have to stop and start again unless it's just not dry at all when we are done doing this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Where did I put my, oh, she's laying on it. I'm like, where is my ink? So we had lovely, lovely visits with my aunt and my best bud from childhood. Love you guys. You're so awesome. It was a lot of fun just hanging out and chatting, and I actually sort of started putting these together yesterday with my aunt, and she's really fun and loves, she makes art dolls. She is starting to do some like journal covers and things like that she's possibly going to be selling in my shop. So to start out with, just to see how she does, and then she may end up getting her own shop. But yeah, she's very artistic. So I took her over to my sister's last night, and they're gonna hang out for a couple days because my sister was working while we were hanging out, and she got a couple days off, so they're gonna hang out and do some stuff. And we may end up all hanging out together again, but that was just the plan. Those glasses crack me up. Those are the same from Linda Carroll Arts. And I'll link her shop in the description box below this video too, so that you can go check those out if you would like. She just came out with a really cute digital download too that's very, I would say, eclectic. It's a mix of circus and ocean. She calls it Cirque de la Mar, I think is how you say it. So yeah, it's very cute. Very cute. I forgot to do this. Me brain. Okay, we may have to find some different, this is still a little tacky, fabrics to go with this one. I just have all kinds of randomness happening in my bucket full of paper. That one probably won't really go. So she's kind of got a different look about her. Oh, maybe some black and white would be good. Yeah, I think I like that idea. And then I think the pink roses would work. And I didn't do a, what do you call it, birdhouse for her. I did a bumblebee instead. Those will work. I don't know if I want to do that same trim or do a different one. Could do something more like that. That little piece is pretty. Just some random bits and pieces that hang around and around and around and you never use, right? This one is fun, but I think that's just too much. I could cut the top part off because it doesn't need very much. Just need a little. Maybe use it somewhere else too. Okay. Let's see here. The problem is that the glue is not dry, which is my own fault, but this one's on this side. You cut a piece of this. Doesn't need very much because her dress is so thin. Sorry, you can hear all the banging and building going on, probably. Can't wait till they're done with that. Be great. So great. I don't know if it's ever going to end now, though. It's just crazy. Might have to scoot it up a little bit so that you can see your shoes, because otherwise you're not going to see your shoes at all. Okay. So this time I need to get all these pieces glued down first. Simple Simon. Right about there will work. Yeah, I would probably definitely do them on a thicker paper next time so that I can just do the doll herself and not have to worry about all that. That one I'll do behind. She can have her hand on her hip, kind of like that one was. This one on front. Oh, she's so skinny. I think I got to do them both behind because otherwise it just looks weird. Not that it doesn't look weird anyway, but oh yeah, I was gonna have her holding this phone. I forgot about that. We were laughing yesterday about how my kids, we were in an antique shop and we saw, you know, a rotary phone like that, and they were like, how do you even use that? It's like, yeah, you guys don't ever see those anymore. It's funny. Birds are having a party. Or a fight, one of the two. They fight with each other all the time. It's like, my goodness. I'm not sure how I want it. I guess like that'll work. She's got her cell phone, right? Carrying it around with her. That's got to say something. Okay, I think I'll put the hands kind of like that. It's not dry. Let yours dry. Be much advisable. Much advised. It's gonna stick on there. This is always the part with this kind of stuff that's tricky because you got to get all the different layers down and you want to get them in the right spot. You can't just sort of like, you know, put them anywhere. But I'm just going to set this kind of like I did the last one, just so that I can have a better idea of where I want things. Okay. And another arm. These are just shoes, but when you tuck them under there, they look like they could have feet in them. And they're funny, those funny old pointy shoes. I honestly don't know how they kept those on their feet, but okay. Get this one. Because if you look at the back of those around, like where it goes around your heel and all that, it looks so loose. I just feel like they would just be like flip-flops, essentially. I don't know. Maybe they weren't. Maybe they were super comfortable. I have no idea. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely advise to let everything dry before attempting this. I'm going to tilt her head too a little. It just kind of gives them some lifelike movement. Got paint on there, but that's okay. And she's got her fabulous glasses. So fabulous. Let's put some, this I notice is coming apart right here. So I'm going to try to get that glued down. If my glue will come out, which it won't because it's stuck. Because I keep leaving everything open. Oh, I'm just so excited about that stuff, Linda. I just think that's so fun. I love what you did. Okay, that piece is just no. Yeah, it's just fun to see that kind of stuff. I love it. And what great gift packaging, you know, buy somebody a little gift and have just a lovely presentation for it. I just love it. Sorry, I got the shaky hands this morning. Morning's my worst. When I film in the morning, I don't know why. Just am all shaky. Okay. There's that, and then her bee. I don't know, is her bee even gonna fit on her? She's so tiny. She needs her hat. I have no idea what I'm going to do. These are way too tall for anything, but I'm having fun, so who cares? Just art. That's all I can say, because I have people ask me all the time, what do you do with that? It's like, it's art. What do you do with any art? You can hang it on the wall, you can frame it, you can do whatever you want with it. Just set it up somewhere to look at or whatever. It's just fun. You could put these on like a little stick behind and put them on a little block. That would be fun too, to just set somewhere for this kind of thing. Or you can make them shorter and then you wouldn't have any of those dilemmas, right? Let's put this on the bee. And yes, it is that random. There's just a bee on her dress. I do get that a lot though. What do you do with that? You could put this in a taller, like if you have those, I've done those ledger journals before with the tall ledgers, and these tall ones would work in something like that, but I'm tore the cardboard shorter, it would be a shorter doll too. But she's fun like this. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm just so enjoying having a little bit of cool-ish air out there for a change. But I can't tell you how muggy, smoky, awful it's been. It's still kind of smoky this morning, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to close the windows here shortly, but when I got up, it was a little cooler and not too bad because we had a little breeze blowing some of the smoke out. So that was great. Do I want any of the fabric? Like I do, but I just don't. She's very narrow. Need very narrow pieces. Just some itty bitty pieces. We'll just put the one on her. How's that? Get up a little bit higher. Oh, come on. Don't tell me that's out of staples and that was the last one. That's probably what it is. Oh. Okay. Fabulous. These are so good. Oh my gosh, it is a hoot. I love the way she's all like curvy, sort of, in her really super skinny way. But fabulous nonetheless. Those are mermaid arms too. So use them however you think is fun. Because they're goofy to begin with. Okay, ink around her. I think they're pretty great, but I love the carrying around the phone thing. It's just awesome. Because we all carry around phones all the time. Just imagine if somebody told you, like, you know, 40 years ago or something, that you'd be carrying around a phone everywhere you went. Wouldn't you just be like, what are you talking about? It's just too funny when you think back to, you remember looking for payphones and like digging through the bottom of your car, you know, under your seats and wherever for change to call somebody. Oh my gosh. Yeah, crazy. It was crazy. So it is fun to think about those things. And here's our silly little art dolls. Who knows where they'll go because they're so tall, but entertaining nonetheless. I love them. Love, love, love them. Oh my goodness. So thanks for hanging out with me and letting me play. You guys have been letting me do that a lot lately. I think I'm just having a creativity crisis or something. I mean, I have ideas, but none of them are very productive. So anyway, I hope you have an awesome day. Hopefully you'll make some fun little art dolls. If you do, I would love to see them. Like, you don't have to send them to me. I understand that that's kind of hard to do, but just if you can take a picture and somehow on Instagram get it to me, or my Etsy shop, or whatever, however you want to do that. So I will chat with you guys again tomorrow. Love you guys. Thanks for all your support. You guys are awesome, and we'll chat again soon. Bye bye now.